The New York Stock Exchange was busy with initial public offerings during the first half of 2015 from the likes of GoDaddy and Fitbit. I'm joined by Garvis Toler, head of global capital markets here at the NYSE. Garvis, just walk us through the landscape over the first half of IPOs for us.
First of all, thanks for having me. It was quite a brisk first half of the year. We had over 260 transactions just here on the New York Stock Exchange, raising over $90 billion. That includes both follow-ons and IPOs. IPOs alone, over 40 transactions totaling raising over $12 billion in proceeds. So we're pretty excited about the start to the year. We're coming off of a couple of pretty hot years over the past 2 years, but we liked what we saw in the first half.
So any trends that you saw in the first half that might carry over into the second half of the year?
Well, yes, I think the Jobs Act a few years ago has had a very positive effect in terms of encouraging companies to come to the market. We expect that to continue. Almost all of the companies that were eligible to use the Jobs Act to file did so. So we're still seeing a pretty good pipeline. That will clarify as we get through the summer and some of these companies come into the light. But a lot of the leading indicators we like to look at in terms of interest rates and volatility still are pretty good right now. So we're looking forward to a pretty good second half of the year, probably picking up after Labor Day.
What about sectors? Oxavant was obviously a huge IPO for the biotech sector. What sectors do you think could be especially hot in terms of IPOs in the second half?
Yes, well, we're seeing some interest across the board, but certainly biotech and healthcare have been pretty exciting. Lots of companies waiting to go public there. Last year was an absolutely amazing year for the biotech sector. We still see that continuing. We were very excited here to have the likes of Oxavant and EndoChoice, Glaukos, Invitae, so lots of exciting names there. And high tech continues to be where a lot of the interest is coming from investors, and a ton of exciting companies waiting to come out.
And what can we expect on the international front?
Yes, well, as you know, it's a very interesting world right now. Lots of different things going on overseas. We're going to certainly try to do our part to track them here to list on the New York Stock Exchange, and are still seeing quite a bit of interest. Valuations here on a relative basis are pretty attractive compared to most markets. And a lot of companies have global aspirations, so this is a natural place for them to start thinking about listing as they make that decision.
Thank you so much, Garvis Toler, head of global capital markets here at the NYSE, and I'm Brittany Umar for The Street.